Welcome back, YouTubers, to another WWE Smackdown review with us, the dynamic dudes, also known as the British Fist.
Gotcha.
British Fist, indeed, for the win. Trending on Twitter worldwide. I am Mr. Parkin. This guy sitting next to me is the one and only NJ.
What's up?
Looking at the camera, NJ. Subscribe above, like this video, and comment any thoughts you have on this edition of Smackdown down in that comment section below.
Where you contact us in the link in the description box below.
Yes, and one thing you should definitely follow us on, not just Twitter and Facebook and all the rest, but Google+, because we've seen people doing the live streams, and we feel that could be a good idea for what we can do, or maybe this Sunday night or something when we don't have a video planned or something. We feel we might go and do a live stream at some point, so go add us on Google+, and keep following us with these live streams. It is an idea which we would like to take on board at some point.
Well, we've been on Blog TV, and that was okay, but we feel that we've got the millions and millions of subscribers on YouTube. We give this a go, so on Sunday, most probably, check us out.
Yeah, we'll give you more information on Facebook and Twitter regardless, maybe even YouTube, but sometime on Sunday we might be doing a live stream, and we invite you guys to try. It'll be the first time we've done it, so yeah. And also, we're still trying to find out what this whole thing is, really, and we still don't really know. And hold on a minute. I've seen the guy we can ask about this. NJ, come on, let's go. Come on. Has this got anything to do with you? No?
He doesn't seem to be answering, Dan.
Oh, no, we're not getting anything.
Let's go.
Come on.
Well, there's definitely something that guy's not telling us.
Yeah, I know. I still think this is to do with him. I really do. I still think it's something to do with Terminator NJ. We will get to the bottom of it for you guys at some point, but you guys can help us if you see anything to do with this on YouTube. Please let us know. I will just say that. We'll get back onto this Smackdown review. Do what we usually do for you guys on this Friday evening or whenever you're watching this video. Cole was commentating with guest commentators tonight. How cool was that? We had loads of guest commentators because Josh Matthews got attacked by, who was it? Brock freaking Lesnar.
Well, and Kane, yes, during the backstage segment when he got frustrated, he went backstage and did all that. It was a very good thing. The fact that he was on his own, at the moment, at the time, we were like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But then, obviously, when he announced that he can be with guest commentators throughout the night, it made it more interesting.
Let's face it, it's better with two, isn't it? Really, I mean, we do videos together. I mean, it's better with two people. Let's face it. We opened up the show, and this felt a bit refreshing, didn't it? With Randy Orton. We haven't had Randy Orton open a show for some time. He comes out kind of sounding a bit like a heel, saying that he thinks he deserves to face Sheamus, as well as the typical, "My name is Randy Orton."
The thing about Orton, he cannot cut a face promo, no matter what he tried. He said, I'm just going to go pick some flowers. He'll probably say, I'm going to come and rip some flowers out the ground. Yeah. He cannot cut a face promo.
No, he can't. And then we get Sheamus coming out, and he does his best at doing a face promo too, saying that he would like to face Orton for the title. I guess he's going for the top dog, and there we go. Then out comes Booker T, basically, and then out comes Del Rio, talking about being cheated and stuff, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'd enjoy this promo a lot more. With Del Rio, his mic work was actually pretty good in there. I would enjoy this a lot more if WWE hadn't booked a face to cheat and a heel to be the one that gets cheated. That just seems very counterproductive to me.
It was a bit off, but the way they were setting this up, the way that Booker T was set up with the main event, I was thinking, you've basically got a triple threat here screaming out at you, something different to what we've been getting in the previous pay-per-view shows. Why not give us that? But instead, we're getting a more contendership.
Yes, Del Rio is apparently filing a protest about getting cheated, but basically he got a #1 contendership out of it. Booker T makes a #1 contendership match between Del Rio and Orton for the main event.
And how do you like that? Sucker!
Yeah, sucker. So after that opener, which gave us our main event and involved most of the people in the main event, so Ryback versus Jinder Mahal, with none other than Teddy Long on commentary player, the first guest commentator. He was pretty much bigging up the whole of how he was going to improve Smackdown and stuff.
He was definitely siding with Booker T, which was really good because the face and the face working well together. But surprise, surprise, two black people working side by side backstage.
Brilliant. Oh, brilliantly. We love it when the black people work together, NJ. Ryback versus Jinder Mahal. This is a match that probably could have happened at SummerSlam. This felt like the blow-off to the whole feud they'd done. Really felt it belonged on SummerSlam. Ryback gets the victory. It was a blow-off match, essentially, but I think this really needs to be on SummerSlam.
Well, the fact that Ryback is scheduled to appear at pay-per-views to build his name up, and this was built up slowly the weeks beforehand, it could have been done at SummerSlam and finished there. Instead of giving it away on Smackdown, doesn't really show Ryback as an important character, not as much as he should be.
Ryback gets the victory. He continues to rise. He will at some point be a main eventer, as much as you guys out there may not like it. Vince McMahon likes him, so he will be pushed. Alicia Fox versus Layla, with none other than Caitlyn on commentary. And Blinken, you missed it because Layla won a very, very short match. Caitlyn comes out from the commentary position. They shake hands, and out comes Eve and raises both of their hands. Yeah, for Eve,
because that part of the match was definitely needed. We needed to see both their hands, if they're going to face each other, hands risen. We needed that. We needed that.
It's face versus face. I wonder if they're going to do any more with this Caitlyn-Layla feud, or if it will just be kind of like a sort of, you know, filler feud, one-off. I guess it will be. Sin Cara, hey, at least we've got Divas feud being highlighted on SmackDown, even though we don't really care too much about it. Sin Cara versus Heath Slater, with my boy Cody Rhodes on commentary, and it seems like Cody Rhodes is still obsessed with Sin Cara's mask and that goofy picture and about how he is ugly.
The thing about Cody Rhodes, I want to get behind him more, but there's two things that I let him down. Number one, his booking since he lost the IC Championship. And number two, his promos, the way to insult people is the same in every one he came across. When he was going against Sin Cara and previous wrestlers, it's all been about being ugly and you're hiding behind a mask, blah, blah, blah. It's nothing different about him, so it's a bit of a letdown for me. So if they can move him into better booking again and make a promo something different than the same old thing continuously, then I'll get behind him all once again.
Rhodes, basically, during this match, turns the mask around on Sin Cara so he can't see, and then Heath Slater gets the victory. So Heath Slater beat Sin Cara, but it continued the feud on, I guess. I wonder if they're going to do this at a pay-per-view at some kind. It doesn't really seem like it with Night of Champions coming up, but...
Well, we do need filler matches, and if they've done Ryback and Mahal, gone dusted, this match could be one of the filler ones to put in. And why not? These two, as we've seen, can put on good matches, and it is a feud for SmackDown.
Yeah, and the referees have to stop Rhodes attacking the mask. I guess the mask is something really sacred that the referees have to stop attacking, but I think WWE should do a match. This is my personal opinion. If they want to make this feud go a little bit further, have Cody Rhodes wrestle with a Sin Cara mask on. How funny would that be? Just have him mock Sin Cara as much as he can. That would be pretty good.
You could, but if you want to do that, get rid of that lighting. He's been in the WWE long enough now. You don't need that different multicolored lights. Just get rid of it.
Our main event on this SmackDown was Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler. We've seen this match now so many times to the point where I really didn't care about this match. I really wasn't interested, apart from, of course, the ending. We had Vicky Guerrero on commentary pretty much having an orgasm every time Dolph Ziggler says something like, "Oh, Dolph, go Dolph. Oh, yeah. Get the pin."
The two things I want to say about this is that Becky mic work here was pretty good. She wasn't screeching so much. Michael Cole weren't really doing the best job possible as the commentator for this match. But the other thing is, this match, every time I watched it, it was all about Sheamus again. Ziggler got his moves here and there, but I think Sheamus dominated this match. And I'm thinking, yeah, Ziggler got a few good moves in, and he actually did get his payoff at the end. But I just didn't think his work in the match was fair enough to him.
Well, Sheamus is right now, we know he's in the middle of a big push with WWE, and whether we like it or not, WWE do need to create babyface stars like Sheamus, and he's getting, in my opinion, booked overly strongly. But I will say in this match, it didn't end clean like most of Sheamus' matches. You actually had Ziggler allow himself to get a little bit of heat by hitting him with the Money in the Bank briefcase. So that was a good way of getting heat on Ziggler. He then goes to cash it in, and all of a sudden Sheamus kind of has his Breakfast Club wake up like, "Ugh!" And then basically, yeah, so then Ziggler basically calls it off, says, no, and then kind of runs away.
And that was a bit upsetting to see Sheamus doing that, because the way it looked, it like he was staying down, perfect time to cash in. But for him to spring up, I just thought he didn't need to do that. You could have had maybe the cash and just get over and done with, but maybe not. But it was just a bit sad to see Sheamus jump up like that.
It's a Breakfast Club moment for the ages. We then get on to this next segment, and this segment is probably going to have mixed reviews, and internet fans may not like it, casual fans may really love this segment, so we'll go on to it and see how we feel. Santino comes out and cuts a promo. Good, we're getting Santino on the mic, he's pretty entertaining on the mic, saying how he feels like he's becoming less American, and how he's let everyone down. Is this a teaser to bring back the European Championship? I do wonder, NJ.
Could be a bit of a tease, but the thing is, I woke up this morning, I forgot the taste of apple pie. So what did I do? I had myself a bit of an apple pie.
Do you know, I don't like apple pie, MJ. In fact, I don't like apple pie one bit. But anyway, continuing on the segment, Santino basically goes on about how him and the Cobra are now on the same page. Hello, Mr. Cobra. Hey, do you want to play with my Cobra as well? Yeah, they're kissing, look, yeah! And then the Cobra, basically he goes on about the Cobra costing him the title. And then out comes Antonio Cesaro with new music! Thank you very much! Not that Chelsea Dagger ripoff shit, but some actual decent semi-music. The music he had in FCW with a bit of lyrics on it is better than what the fuck he had before. And he says, winner! In 5 different languages, which, let's face it, not many people can do.
Is that what he said? I
Yeah.
really don't understand him.
Well, basically, I think, to be honest with you, they need to try and do some more anti-American stuff with Antonio Cesaro, and this is one of the ways of doing it. It's not exactly a fantastic way of doing it, but at least it'll get him some heat going forward, and especially with him being the US champion now. Be more anti-American, more pro-European would be a lot better for the Cesaro character.
Just parts, I know it wasn't meant to be the case, but as part of his promo, he kept looking at Cesaro, it's like, did I say that right? Am I doing right? Am I doing a good job? Am I doing a good job?
It's probably there to remind him of his lines or something. I don't really know. And then we get Cesaro and Santino having that little face-off on the ramp, and the Cobra once again gets distracted by Alexander. This is what I mean about internet fans may not like it, casual fans may like it, and then costs him, and then Cesaro gets one up on him again.
And that's the thing. I wouldn't mind it if Santino got the upper hand over Cesaro, but we still got a few more weeks before Night of Champions, so I'm expecting sooner or later Santino to get the upper hand to give him the upper hand ready for the pay-per-view.
He likes you. He doesn't like me. Why doesn't Cobra like me? This is ridiculous. But yeah, so I guess the segment, it was all about the US Championship. I really wonder what they're going to do after Santino, really. I think they'll have Santino and Cesaro have a bit of a match at Night Champions, then probably move on to someone else like a Christian or something. But do I like the way this storyline is going? Not particularly, but at least they're trying to highlight a US title and make Cesaro feel like an important part of the program, which they didn't really do before very well.
And Santino promises he'll become the US champion once again.
I wonder if they will make Antonio Cesaro the European champion. I feel that could be a very good way forward for Antonio Cesaro. I'm in dreamland here, guys. I'm just saying. We then got a tag team segment next. They're highlighting the US, Divas, and the tag team belts. The 3 belts, which we probably think don't really matter that much in WWE. We had R-Truth and Kofi Kingston versus Epico and Primo with none other than millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of dollars on commentary.
Even though they lost a lot of that money a few weeks back.
Yeah, they did when they lost their tag team title shot. Now, I've got a question for you, and I'll put it to you as well. Do the primetime players need a manager? Because judging by what they were saying on the mic on the commentary, I didn't feel they needed a manager, but I felt a manager could really enhance them a bit more, like the Abraham Washington character. I've got a suggestion to you. NXT Zone, Byron Saxton, do it.
I think they do need a manager when it comes to speak. When it comes to wrestling and actually doing stuff within the ring, like attacks and stuff, they're fine, as we've seen since Abraham Washington left. But when they were on a commentary, I was like, what is he saying? What's going on?
He was mocking Booker T. That was so funny, wasn't it? When Titus O'Neil started mocking Booker T.
Worth a try.
It was kind of funny. I thought it was funny. Kofi and Truth win a very short tag team match, and then what was interesting after that, we got a backstage segment where we had the Usos, Gabriel and Kidd, Epico and Primo, and primetime players, and it seemed to maybe tease 4 possible tag teams that could maybe go after Truth and Kofi Kingston, which was kind of interesting. Maybe setting up a 4-way #1 contention match down the line or something.
Well, it started by the primetime players, and they're going to come to the tag champs within a few weeks or next pay-per-view. And then all of a sudden, more comes down. It comes to a big brawl. So I'm expecting the best way to do this, instead of doing normal contendership, they should do a big multiple tag match just to show what tag teams they have, how well they can perform, and gives an exciting match.
And it gives us a freaking tag team feud, which is good. So a #1 contendership match with those 4 tag teams. At least we know WWE have at least 5 tag teams, if you count some of the ones from NXT, like the Ascension and etc. You've got a decent tag team division there. It's just a shame it's not highlighted a bit more than what is. Maybe this will be a new light. We don't know.
We got one more that weren't there, the Gay Boys.
Oh, but that's because Tyler X got fired, wasn't it? Because he wanted to spend more time with his kids. Unfairness to you, brother. They weren't using you, so going to spend more time with your kids was a good decision, in my opinion. In my opinion, get Hawkins and Ryder back together.
They had one gimmick, it died and went, so he thought, I'm not doing that again, I'm going to go with my family, so I guess he made the right choice.
Can you blame him? They were parodying him as male strippers. Stupid. How many Raw and SmackDown and Raw and SummerSlam video packages did we get recaps in this show, NJ? It seemed like a lot, didn't it?
There's someone needed, but then they start overdoing it by saying, look what happened on Raw, look what AJ did here, look what Kane did there. And I just thought, yes, you've given us a okay show, but now you've been all this in.
SmackDown. We don't want to see this, do we? I mean, I can understand following up from the pay-per-view, that's fine. It's just, we're seeing like CM Punk on Raw, Daniel Bryan and Kane on Raw and SummerSlam, and it's just like, how much of this shit do we need on SmackDown, really?
My little thing I would have thrown in here is actually had a Kane segment or a Kane and Bryan segment. Instead of a video package of Raw, one that had them on the show.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better to watch, wouldn't it, rather than stupid video packages, which we'd already seen on Raw. Speaking of what we'd already seen on Raw, the SmackDown main event. It's funny how this can be SmackDown main event, but is buried in the mid-card on Raw. Del Rio versus Orton for the #1 contendership to Sheamus' World Heavyweight Championship with none other than Sheamus on commentary. Yeah!
Not much different to Raw, because he's on commentary on Raw, same match in the ring, same result.
So we had just seen this match on Raw, and I will ask you a question. Del Rio and Orton, did any of you out there care about this match? Just really, because I really didn't care about this match. Did we just seen it on Raw, for God's sake?
The thing that I cared about this was the result, because the result was pretty surprising when it happened.
Oh, yeah. Del Rio makes Orton tap out in about 7 minutes. Sheamus was surprised. We sure as hell were surprised because we're sitting there thinking, damn, Orton's already been thrown in a World Heavyweight Championship picture, having had 2 wellness policies, and we're thinking, they're going to shove him in there again. But he does the clean job here for Del Rio. I can't really have too many complaints about that.
Well, my small complaint is the way they did it. Orton putting over Del Rio was nicely done.
Yes.
But one, he's putting Del Rio over for another loss. And number 2, you had a chance to do something different. Instead of Sheamus and Del Rio again, you could have done, yes, it's all in the top picture, but at least it would have been something different than the same match we've seen previous weeks.
I think they'll probably blow off Sheamus, Del Rio at Night of Champions, then they'll move on to the big feud, which would be Orton versus Sheamus. Maybe they'll turn Orton heel. I doubt they will, but Survivor Series should be Orton versus Sheamus, in my opinion. That's what they should be building to.
But in result of this match, we did get a tease of another feud, maybe.
Yes, Ziggler comes out to cash in Money in the Bank. He came out rushing out like, yeah, I'm going to cash in, no. And then we have him just about to cash in, and then Orton RKOs him with his bad shoulder, and we're kind of sitting there thinking, Ziggler-Orton feud? This could putting Ziggler in a feud with maybe a bigger name like Orton, while Del Rio and Sheamus feud over the World Heavyweight Championship. That could be a nice step, even a step up from Jericho, would you say, maybe?
Well, we've definitely said that. Well, I think Jericho's in a world of his own because of everything he's been through in his career, and Orton's still climbing the ladder. But the fact that he's now gone from Jericho to another high-rank wrestler, very nicely done. Yes, Orton may have put him down, but it stopped him from cashing in on the Smackdown about a pay-per-view, and it gave Orton his moment after he lost the match. So
it's all about putting Ziggler now as Money in the Bank, because with the previous booking, his booking sucked. So you needed to put him in an important part of the program, have him in feuds with big names, maybe give him a win here and now. I know he lost against Jericho, but he had that win on Raw. So this is good by WWE. This is the plan they had before Orton's suspension for 2 months. But Ziggler and Orton as a feud could be a good feud for Ziggler because it will raise his profile a little bit more, even if he doesn't win the feud.
Well, we keep saying SmackDown needs their feuds, and here's one big one, especially for Ziggler, who's eventually going to cash in. Who knows when, but it's still another feud built before that.
If they do it. But there we go. So Del Rio as our new #1 contender, as we, I guess, kind of predicted. I thought Orton might go over here, but there we go with his return. But Sheamus and Del Rio is a feud. Ziggler and Orton is a feud. We've got a couple of other feuds on the show as well. So there are feuds on SmackDown now, which makes it a lot better to watch now, in my opinion, rather than just 2-3 feuds and then a load of freaking filler.
Well, the thing is, they ended the Mahal and Ryback. They didn't have Sandown Brodus, which could have been a better match. It could have been a better match here with all these video packages. But we've got some feuds going here. So it all looks like that SmackDown showed progress, but then the biller took away some of the progress.
You know, SmackDown is the B show when they're showing like Raw video packages as if it's really important. And also SmackDown is highlighting the Divas title, the tag team title, the US title. So it's highlighting all the kind of like lower level belts, which, let's face it, the 3-hour Raw really isn't doing very well. And so it kind of leaves SmackDown to sort of, you know, pick up the pieces a little bit. But I'm not complaining. At least we're getting feuds on the show. And it's a lot easier to watch now, and it's not just a bunch of freaking filler that we get bored of, even though some of the matches like Sheamus, Ziggler, Orton, Del Rio, I really didn't care too much about. But that's just me. It was a decent SmackDown. I'll give it like a B-.
Pretty strong grade, yes.
Yep. So give us your thoughts in the comment section below, and One day we will find out what this means, hopefully before this day, 9/16/12. But leave us your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, we will provide you with a great outro because we have none other than the outro master. That is NJ sitting next to me.
Till next time, people, from Mr. Parkin and me, NJ, thank you very much for tuning to this video. And all I can say is tune in for a possible Sunday video and live stream. All I can say now is thank you very much and goodbye.